Okay, last minute check. Yes, my microphone is working. Hello and welcome everybody to episode 200 of the Immaterial Gamers livecast. 200!
You know, the fact that I could hear the intro music
200.
playing reminded me that the stream wasn't muted on my on my phone. So I'm like, hey, this is a great warning.
There you
I
go.
got
Oh
to listen
shit!
to the music and I
I've
didn't have
got
to
to do
hear
something.
double. It was great.
So,
Uh,
200 episodes, guys. What the
In a
hell?
row.
200.
In a
Not even
row.
close.
Well, not in a row, but
we definitely didn't almost miss several of those, but somehow we've managed it.
Oh, well, as being one of the only things that we've managed to successfully do once a week, each week, like you say, regardless of everything that got thrown in our way.
This is the first celebratory podcast I've ever been on.
oh my
I was not
god,
on
that's
the
another thing that's going on.
I was not on the inaugural podcast. I have not been on. I didn't go to the 100th podcast. And I haven't been on any anniversary
What about
podcast.
50? 50. We're on 50 yearly, nothing.
52?
It's a
You've not been on
possible I was on
52,
50, but
104?
I don't really know.
What the fuck?
Uh,
Useless.
well, right. I need to be back. Because I've forgotten a thing.
You've,
Keep going.
you've forgotten. It's
Yeah, I forgot a thing.
you're leaving on our episode 200. What the hell?
No, I'll come
Here
back.
comes the
I'll
guy
come back.
preloaded with stories to tell on the podcast, and he's the first person to get up out of his chair.
What the
a
hell?
guy!
What the guy?
Oh, all right. Okay.
Well,
No,
hurry up!
he's
The whole
doing it. I will
podcast
talk
is
about
waiting
some
for
shit.
you.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Run,
Now
run,
it's like,
run!
now it's like I don't know. It's like, do we vamp or do we just say dead silent while we wait for him? It's like
I say dead
both
silent.
options
I
are
want to see
good.
what he says if we're not talking when he comes back.
There's a dog howling down the hallway from me.
It's okay, we don't hear it. But we need to be dead silent when he goes around that corner.
I mean, we could just wait until we see him on the camera, and then we just.
Yeah, but by that point, he'll have already seen that we were trying. Well, I guess it'll still be kind of funny.
Nah,
but...
he'll never know. He'll never know. I mean, is it not until he goes in and reviews the podcast?
I guess.
I mean,
but yeah. So what have you done? What have you been up to?
I've just. It's actually been a productive week for me. I was off all week, and so I was just doing, house chores and streaming. Mostly was my week. Um, it's currently technically a family day, but what with this podcast celebration being on and the fact that we had an extremely exhausting family weekend over the Victoria Day weekend, I just kind of shit. He's not.
Damn it.
Okay. Okay, but he didn't see us talking when he could see his computer, so that's the important thing. So we just, I don't mind taking, an hour and a half of my time to step away and hang out with the boys for a bit.
Yeah.
Shoot the shit, chat the shit.
Chat the shit.
Why is shit so central to like
Well,
conversation?
why are you obsessed with shit?
Talking, like this.
I even put a title. The title of this thing has almost got shit in it.
Yeah, the censored version of it.
Exactly.
It's but yeah, no, it's been a good weekend. I ended up had a great D&D session last night with my other set of friends who I meet every other Saturday.
Oh, how'd that go?
It was great. It was all combat. It was a continuation. We did 2 rounds. It was like a 6 rounds of combat, but we did the first 2 the previous session. We finished it up this time. It was a 5.5-hour session. Ran from 7 o'clock to like almost midnight.
Wow.
It was it was a long session. It was a lot of fun. The sad news is we're not going to reconvene
for 5 whole weeks.
5 whole weeks. Every single Saturday is slated off. All right, as soon as I see him, I'll shut up.
He's coming.
5 weeks, no D&D unless
we can see his reflection.
Happens. Yeah.
Damn it!
Ryan's chair is the current third member of the podcast. You can see it's all highlighted and focused.
It's actually in focus.
Dogs are howling like crazy. It's actually starting to piss me off a little bit.
We can't even hear it, so.
I know.
It's a good microphone.
It's a whole thing. The funny thing is, it's like my microphone's like almost max sensitivity too. So I guess it must be a good microphone.
Or it's just a sound that it doesn't pick up.
I
Could be
was
a pitch.
thinking about the reason I asked you about that D&D stuff is because I was thinking about possibly figuring out how to D&D, speed run a how-to on tabletop, and maybe I could run like a quick one-off, maybe 2 or 3 weekends worth,
Well, after
June to tide me
this,
over.
I'll show you what I've built on for a basic DM tool.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. We'll see. I mean, like I say, I am taking time out of my family day to be here, so I do want to get back to them as soon as I can.
How dare
But I
you?
might stick around for. I mean,
It's
I
mostly,
may stick around for a minute.
yeah. You might just. It's pretty much just to get in, get the map, and then.
Yeah, because I know nothing about the Steam Workshop. I know dick
I've
about how it
just
works.
scavenged through it, and I was like, oh, I kind of like this. Oh, I kind of like that. Oh, I kind of like this. And then I
My
just brought them into this one map.
my friend Jacob tried to show me how to have a mod for one of the games that he showed me installed on Steam.
Hmm?
That must have taken.
What did you just do?
We sat here in silence the whole time, which just
Please,
didn't say a word while you were away. We
please
were
say
waiting
you
for you.
did.
We
Told you
waited the whole
podcast was waiting
time.
for you.
We said that as
Oh
you were
no.
leaving. So we had what?
Oh no, please,
10 minutes of silence.
please don't tell me you had 10 minutes. No,
No.
the reason I left was to make sure that my phone was sorted, and then there seems to be a funny story.
We,
Make sure you double check that your pockets don't have fluff in them when you put your phone in your pocket.
Oh, because it'll fill the
So
charging
then
port?
said pocket fluff has filled the fucking charging port.
Uh-huh.
nice.
I've seen lots of TikToks about that, where people bring their
Ah,
phone in saying, I can't charge my phone, I can't charge my phone. And they spend
yeah,
like $50 or $100 to get their phone repaired, thinking it's going to be a charging port. The guy goes in with like really small needles pliers and just pulls out a chunk of fluff. Oh, it works
yeah,
now.
yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, we
So
sat there the
But
whole time waiting for you, just staring.
oh,
You've been
thanks.
gone a while. I mean,
Please.
we just figure it's like we won't. If we wait around, we won't miss any of the stories. We didn't expect you to be gone for like 10 whole minutes.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
like
that's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair. Because especially when I was actually the thing that I was actually out there also to do was to celebrate the 200 podcast and the fact that it was your first anniversary one that you made, Duncan. So I got this. Hold on.
A little
I love that
confetti
your
launcher.
microphone completely negated that.
Yeah.
Didn't make
Oh,
a sound. I
did
saw
it
that.
did it
I
get
saw that.
seen though?
It
Like
did get seen, kind of blurred, but
Okay, well I'm not popping another one.
pop another one.
Jesus Christ. What is this? Peer pressure? There.
That
yeah.
one was blue.
Hold on, hold on.
Yay.
That
Oh,
is
nice
like
to
the
Right, there we
world's
go.
worst confetti ever.
Well, to be fair, I paid £1 for 100 of them, so you know.
Okay, that kind of makes sense.
Do you know when?
Wait, if
do
you
know
have
when we
100
last
of
had?
them, that means for the rest of the podcast, you have to be popping those for the rest of the podcast.
No, because I
silently.
say.
One a
Do
minute.
you know what the reason I purchased them for? Remember
What?
the very first Immaterial Gamers Fantasy League
Okay,
when
yeah,
there was a team that hadn't won a game for about 3/4 of the season? I bought a pack of party poppers for the instant that they won their first game. And then that's where it cut to it cut to me walking on camera, popping a party popper, and walking off. Not saying anything. I just went on and just like Hop.
That's pretty funny.
Nice.
So yeah. Now the confetti will stay. That's just
That's gonna be
just
part
gonna
of the
happen.
podcast now.
Especially because I can do this.
It's okay for a third of our podcast. We've already had a random third person, which was just your chair.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna change your name on the stream to Ryan's chair,
Yeah.
Ryan's desk chair.
I love that when you go away, you're like the computer's just like new target acquired. It's like just zooming
Yeah,
in on
Yeah.
it
random
focused on the
chair.
chair.
Yeah.
But yeah,
He
so
does love it, don't he?
as we were
Oh, yeah, I
saying
love that it's
before,
still got Duncan in. Okay.
yeah, as we were saying before Ryan got back, because we were actually talking.
Okay.
We just waited until you went by. We went,
Yeah. It was a whole bit. Man, that was one of the most that was one of the most scripted things that Kimmer's has ever done. It was crazy.
yeah. So we were talking
yeah,
about
but
Tabletop Simulator and getting the D&D
yeah.
stuff,
But
and
I know
yeah,
nothing about how the workshop works.
it's a pain in the ass because you basically have to subscribe to something. And I can't remember if Tabletop Simulator, when you subscribe to it, if it automatically downloads it, or if you have to close the game, reopen the game to get it. Usually it's close the game, reopen the game. But then it'll just show up as either a table or an object, and then you have to copy it and save it as your own object and pull it into your maps, and it's a whole thing. Sometimes you
Oh,
can pull
God.
sometimes you can pull, if it's an object that you subscribe to, you can pull it into yours, but it's still it's a whole thing. It's an ordeal.
Yeah, my
So
friend Jacob tried to show me how to install a mod through the Steam Workshop once, and I think it was like probably like an hour it took me to figure out how to get it to work properly because I'm just dumb.
oh, you don't say that about yourself. Oh wait, yes you can. You pretty much are. But
Cheers, dude.
But yeah,
So,
so I have a map for. Oh, there's your charge port.
yeah, it exists.
Yeah. So I have. Hi Amber, hi Max,
Hi guys.
the important peoples.
Yeah.
The most important
Oh,
members of Immaterial Gamers.
not us. Not us.
No.
We're just voices. We just exist.
But yeah, so I have a map that I
Well.
just scoured and got a bunch of things, and set up a desk,
Yeah.
like a big table with a
That's cool.
grid. I have a big table with a basic grid, and then some tile sets, like flat tile sets, nothing complicated for making giant buildings and stuff. You just can sort of draw out your buildings with the tile sets, which makes it a
Right.
little bit easier
That would
than
be fine.
than trying to build buildings. Because building in that game, if you think adding a mod to something is hard, trying to build anything in that game, once you clip things, trying to get it unclipped, and it's just a whole headache. So it's just easier to put little tiles down that are easy to move around. You can actually lift the tile up with people on it and put it somewhere else. But it also has a DM section that nobody else can see what you're doing in it. So you can set up a whole encounter off to the side and then literally just drag it in. And be
then
like,
TMS shows up out of nowhere. Just like, wait, what? We were
So-
just on a boat on our way to the island. Why is T here?
yeah. So that's what I have set up, and then there's bags of miniatures that have creatures, NPCs, characters, champions, everything from dragons down. They're sort of generic. I don't think they're like any of the specific bosses, but there might be. Like I haven't looked that depth into the monsters and stuff, but it's more in depth than you're gonna have at your home table.
Yeah, hey, just a starting point will
Yeah.
definitely help, just to get used to the idea of it.
And the best part with the miniatures
Plus,
is most of them you can just adjust the color so that you can tell
now I
who's
have
who.
now I have a completely new miniature. Look.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Red.
And the best part actually about Tabletop Simulator is if you right click on the unit, like the miniature, there's an info tab that everybody can see, and there's an info tab that only the GM can see. So if one of your miniatures has taken damage, you can put how much damage it's taken or how much health it has left. Write it right into that miniature.
Nice.
So it all depends on how you want to play. Like there's many different ways you could write it down on a sheet of paper. You could do it that way. So
Sure. Yeah. No. I mean, like I say, it's a good starting point. It sounds like it's enough to, if I wanted to do something, I'd be able to do it. But also, if I decided that it was too much of a hassle, it'd be like I would know by that point.
Yep. And
So
you're more than welcome to, if you end up using it and find better ways of doing things, please tell me, because I'm always looking for more too.
yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely.
Indeed.
hi all. Who's that? Is that Drew? Oh, it's Drew. Hi, Drew.
Hey, Drew.
Hi.
So
Anyway, yeah, so we almost ended up all in that moment of silence there.
Yeah.
We're just like, hey, Drew, you can take over the podcast now.
Party like
we're
a
waiting for Drew to talk now.
time.
Oh, dear.
So what have you been up to, Ryan?
Oh, yeah. So other than losing my voice over the last week, which was
That was fun.
hilarious. I mean, especially with half of this, like Terry definitely heard how it disappeared,
Oh yeah.
like every half a sentence. It was just like, oh. Yeah, it's just like, hey guys, uh, I can't do.
The demons, they're taking
I can,
over.
yeah, yeah. We needed a young priest and an old priest in order to, sort stuff out. He's like, "Ah." But no, yeah. So it just turned out it was just a basic summer cold. After
Okay.
losing the voice and getting it back a couple of days later, it was fun. But yeah, when I was doing that, I've been playing a whole load of Soundfall and having
Soundfall.
fun stories. Soundfall is, so Soundfall, Duncan, is a rhythm game that is a looter shooter and a top-down twin-stick shooter and a dungeon crawler. Basically, Ryan's loves the video game.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a Ryan game for sure.
It kind of
Yeah.
seems like a game that you'd play too, Duncan. To be honest.
Little bullet hell elements and stuff like that. But the big um, concept of it is that it is a rhythm game.
Yeah, if you keep
So
to the beat, it gives you bonuses and stuff.
yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, there goes the confetti.
Way to go.
Hold on. So while I'm still describing it, so yeah, so it's whoops. Let's try that again. That's actually how it land on my hair. There we go. It can stay there on the headset. So developed by Drastic Studios and released by a publisher called Noodle Cake, who's also done another game that I've been playing called Not Words, which is
But are they
the
really
new
words?
no, not as in like a Windsor.
Oh, they're tying knots.
Yeah, but it's a crossword and an anagram solver at the same time. So it's like you don't get given clues. Well, you have hints, but you don't to fill out a crossword style grid. But each like little section of the grid contains the letters for that section. So you have to kind of decipher them and unscramble them in order to fill in the actual crossword clues that are hidden.
Okay.
If you need a hint, you can choose one and it will give you a crossword style clue, 5 down, 5 letters, noun, so on and so forth. But yeah, so Noodle Cake do that, but they also published Soundfall as well, and been really, really, really enjoying it. I love those sort of rhythm games, and the idea of having a thing where you can just use, 2 sticks and run around, shoot and dodge stuff, but you gain bonus damage or invulnerability if you do it all to the beat. Is really enjoyable. I like that. What's not enjoyable is not the game itself, but scumbags on YouTube.
Oh boy, I've heard a bit of this
So,
story.
yeah, so here we go. As part of streaming stuff for Soundfall, and so Soundfall has a library of music, licensed music, all licensed by a company called Epidemic Music. They also licensed the music to another twin stick dungeon crawler shooter that we've played called Kill Squad.
Okay.
That one I've heard of.
So yeah, so when we uploaded stuff for Kill Squad, we got hit with tons of content ID claims that it was expected. Licensed music in a game, we knew that going in. That's fine. But for Soundfall, there is an ability to whitelist a YouTube and a Twitch channel to mean that you won't get hit with DMCA shenanigans, as they said on their own Twitter page. Fill out these forms and you're sorted. And upon us filling out the form for Soundfall, we saw all the music for Kill Squad get released from copyright on Kill Squad, so that was fine because Epidemic Music do the music to both of them. So it turns out if we're allowed and whitelisted for Soundfall, it's more that we're whitelisted for stuff from Epidemic.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's fine. That worked. And for the first VOD, or for the first stream that we did on what's now called the not yet titled Monday stream, that's the title of it.
Not yet titled. I like it.
So it gives anyone who wants to stream on that Monday slot or whatever just the ability to just go, well, this is Duncan shits on Fire Emblem characters
What is with shit today?
by nature of height.
Everybody's
I don't
talking
know.
about shit. While you were
Shit.
gone, all we did was talk about shit.
Shit
Wow.
brain.
Cool.
We got
So
shit
yeah,
on the brain.
yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, more we got shit on. So yeah. So first VOD went up absolutely fine. Every VOD that I'm doing afterwards is getting claimed,
Sounds great.
but it's not by me. Obviously, it's not me that's doing it, and it's not by Epidemic, who own the licenses to the music. It turns out a couple of artists who do the music. Well, this is what we're assuming, because turns out me and the Noodle Cake Twitter account are seeming to be web detectives on how and who is trying to fuck both of us over.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, the whole thing of, we promise you if you whitelist this, you will not get claimed for stuff. You know, makes people, because I know I'm fine because I'm working with the Twitter account on there. We're both looking at this, scratching our heads and going, hold up, something's not right here. But there will be other people going over there if they get content claim going, oh fuck you, you said we weren't going to get claimed for content, I'm losing my money here. What helps is that we don't monetize the YouTube yet, because
Yeah, we don't lose anything.
yeah,
for
we're
it.
not losing anything, but some other fucker is, and if we
Oh
can
yeah,
help solve that, then so be
absolutely.
it. Yeah, but it turns out there's a couple of artists have signed up to these other you know multi-channel network claiming services, for some of their original music and some of the stuff on the YouTube. It just so happens that these scumbag content claimers, on behalf of the musicians, because it turns out when you look at their Trustpilot ratings, you see a lot of the musicians going, "Oh no, they took 90% of everything we earned."
Yeah.
Like I say, scumbags. Yeah, so they've claimed the songs. So now there's a problem here because they're claiming the song, saying that they licensed it and it's wholly theirs. While I know that the company who has licensed it, because they're speaking with the publishers who are speaking with me, confirming no, they didn't do that. Is coming up. So yeah, watch this space. And we'll find out what's going on there. But yeah, nothing against Noodle Cake. They've helped out all the way, through this. They're helping out in regards to that. And what was also nice is when I was playing Soundfall, getting a dev coming in and saying hello, or somebody who worked on the project and saying hello midstream is nice. I say midstream for the rest of the stream, which, considering I did it on a Saturday morning and they're from San Francisco,
That's pretty early for them.
so, yeah,
Be the middle of the bloody night for them.
yeah. So it's
Night
it's
owls.
one of the musical artists for the game, Nate Horsfall, goes by the Twitch user Lightning Arts. Yeah, he was the one who actually persuaded me to now uh, it on challenging difficulty, and now I go no lower
Huh.
Hey,
because keep pushing it up. Once I get the next difficulty level, I'll tell you that I'm going up there as well. Hello, doggo.
hello.
Lily! Who's this? Hi!
Hello,
She's
hello,
fading in and
hello.
out of
What's been
existence.
played?
What's
Hey,
this?
pretty girl.
Lily. No, don't woof.
Don't woof. Woof.
Woof.
It is. It is impressive. It's like I can't think of any other more appropriate word for it. It is impressive that we have gone this many years into the internet age and
Mm,
still have just straight up just not even made an attempt to figure out how copyright works on a globalized international interconnected basis.
mm.
like
Yeah,
like it has been necessary to know how this shit works since no later than like 2006, and we're just like not even trying.
mm.
Like the treaties, any few treaties that have been attempted to put through suck based on outdated information, outdated concepts. They haven't been updated or ratified, and no one's particularly interested in making them better and making the laws more clear. And so people
Yeah.
just go wild, make
She's having a conversation with you, Duncan.
making bizarre
She really does want to get into this conversation.
Yeah, no, she wants
Whoa.
she's
To be
wishing
fair,
us
she is
wishing us happy
despairing at
birthday,
the whole thing of
happy
copyright. Just
podcast.
like, oh.
Yeah, that's how I feel whenever I hear about copyright claim problems on YouTube and in the internet. It's just like we got to just get this shit sorted out. Like
Yeah,
cuz people just
no,
make random baseless claims, take advantage of the whole free harbor system,
hmm
and it's just like no one can do anything about it because safe harbor laws make it so that they the hosting platform can't intervene, or they risk losing their safe harbor
getting
status,
sued themselves. Yeah.
and then they open themselves up to lawsuits. It's
Yeah.
like they have to be like 120% in the right to even make an attempt at pushing back, and
Mm,
it sucks. It's stupid. I don't know why it's still this bad.
mm.
We're now
Oh,
like
you just
almost we're now basically like 2 full decades into like the internet age, and
ah.
we just no
Yeah,
idea.
you just reminded me. I need to dispute all the copyright claims for the battle music in Final Fantasy X on the remaining 12 videos that have it. Um, because of the absolute bell end that has signed himself up to Warner Brothers or to Warner Chappell Music, claiming that some guy who lives in bumfuck America, who's about our age, give or take a couple of years, was the composer of all music of Final Fantasy and Mario.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure he was.
And when confronted on it, he's like, "Well, what email did you use? Blah blah blah. Well, don't care what email you used. Are you trying to say? But it's got your username that you proudly plaster over every bit of music. Well, music. Believe me, I've had a look at the beats, and it's when there's still the tags. So do you know like how sometimes when you download a bit of music and you just hear something like free sample
Yeah.
in some people's music? Yeah, his music again. I quote that was placed all over the internet. He's got these dope beats, yo. Nicki Minaj, hit me up. Oh, Justin Bieber, come at me. And you can hear it, and it's just playing through a 90s ghetto blast, and you're still hearing endemic sound in the middle of his boom, boom, endemic sound. Boom, boom, boom. Um, and fucking hell, it's just madness. And so then he's trying to say, no, it wasn't me. I didn't do it. What, so you mean someone else found your 30 follower Twitter account and made an account under your name and then signed up to Warner Chappell and then claimed Final Fantasy and that one song in Super Mario Odyssey? Yeah, they claimed your and Andrea's video as well, just so you know. Disputed that for you as well, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
it's
like
lapsed.
okay, so like let's work through the problem here. It's like what's more likely? Is it more likely that some random nobody troll on the internet is targeting, YouTube channels that are using copyrighted music for the fuck of it, because obviously they can't
Well,
like claim any
well,
money off of it?
look at look
Or
at
is it
looking at
more
his Twitter
likely that
account. He believes.
or is it
Sorry,
more
go on.
like
You can.
or is it more likely that a second tier troll is attacking another fake troll who is and framing them for doing it instead?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on. One of these
It
things
tur-
is more likely than the other.
Yeah. It turns out he actually really believes his music is dope and he's blaming Let's Players for ruining his music career. The music career he never had because fucking shit.
You,
Shit.
your mic cut out.
Anyway,
But
sorry.
What?
Shit.
Some people just have incredible delusions about
yeah, some people just
what all these
believe
people.
that what their mommy tells them.
Yeah.
That's
There you
what
go.
it is. My mommy says I'm great.
Oh, but it's not just your
Ooh.
mommy. Your mommy told you were great. Your teachers told you were great.
You're gonna
Social
do great
the
things in life.
the 6 or 7 online friends from that one forum that you frequent that have never met you but talk to you occasionally told you you're great. Therefore, you are in fact
Thanks, Drew.
great.
How true.
Now, see, don't worry. You know what, Terry's mom, doing it right. It's like you know what, you're all right. You know, it's like
Uh,
don't you gotta be smart about this.
yeah.
So,
So dealing with copyright, and then I've also played Rogue Heroes with D and Steph, and we've streamed that as well, and been playing a lot more Ayuden Chronicle Rising, and I'm looking forward to Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes when it comes out sometime next year, because I will be playing it.
so Duncan, how was that
Hmm.
storm last week for you?
The
Ooh.
storm. Oh, the storm. It wasn't so bad for me. I know you've got you had like a whole fucking thing, and feel free to get into it. But like, it wasn't that bad. We got lost power for about 3 hours,
Yeah, I
like
heard you
6 or
lost
9.
power like 3 hours for. Well, you lost power for a little while, like hours after the storm.
Yeah.
They were
So it's like
doing
the storm
maintenance
went
to fix
by.
something, basically.
Yeah, and then the power went out, and it was like, yeah, it was good because it was like there was a brief period of time where like my D&D group was gonna be like, maybe we should meet today to do a thing, and then like at the last minute they were like, no, we'll push off to next week, and then the power went out like an hour later. I'm like, well, thank God for that. Good timing.
Yeah, well, apparently a tornado landed in the town next to me that was less than 10 kilometers away.
Ah, well,
Um,
that sounds exciting.
yeah, we were without power for over about a 24-hour period, but it uprooted trees all over power lines. Um, it took the roof off of our home hardware in town and dropped it on the gas station next door.
Good lord.
Um, you probably remember driving up here and you'll see those car washes, that cinder block car wash in the town next to us
Sure,
that
yeah.
has like 3 bays. It's made out of cinder blocks. It was made out of cinder blocks, should I
The,
say?
s- the cinder blocks still exist. They are just no longer arranged in the shape of a car wash.
Well, two bays are okay. There's no roof on the 2 bays at all, but the third bay got demolished, and that's cinder block. Like that's some pretty crazy shit. Took the roof right off it, which had all the
Yeah.
pressure washer, all the like pressure washer system in the roof and everything like that. All that's gone. Um,
God.
my
Man.
my DM didn't get power back for 3 days. I had to front him a generator because he has.
Have one
I
of
can
those
get a
laying
generator
around.
and a
No, we went
generator.
out and bought one. I had to front
Oh,
him the money
Oh,
for it,
damn.
from generators, generators,
That was
generators.com.
very.
basically.
Not to be insensitive, but that was very generous of you.
That was very generator of me.
I guess you generated a lot of goodwill.
Yeah. So it was more the fact that he has like 3 freezers in his house full of meats and stuff like that.
Not a
That
great time. Not a great
yeah.
time to lose power.
No.
It's like
So
we need to eat a lot of food the next 3 days.
so
Like
Saying that
just
that
like
there's the
just
reason
start.
why we had to do. That's the reason why we had to do the podcast on the Monday. So
and
and that's why I had to produce it with no voice.
yeah, and at that point I think my internet had just come back that day, but there was still so much going on that I just couldn't get to it. Holiday Monday and all, and yeah, cutting down
Yeah.
trees and getting trees off my DM's house because there was one laying on his house. It was very lucky that
What?
it didn't go through his fucking roof.
So it
Hmm.
just landed on, but
Yeah.
no extra weight to just send it further. So it was just
One branch kind of punctured a small hole in one of the boards in his roof, but it was like a hole this
okay.
big.
Oh,
So like you
that's
could fix that
fixable.
easy. The structure was
Yeah.
fine. Put
Hey,
a
made out of stern stuff. That roof.
yeah,
The house made a good strength saving throw.
yeah, very good. Strength. We should have said
Yeah.
that to him.
It
Fuck.
wasn't quite a crit. We're talking like 18, 19 kind of thing.
Mm. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
it was a crit, it would have just like bounced off the roof and gone to someone
Bounce.
else's roof.
Wow. Wow.
Anyway, that sounds pretty. That's
It
pretty wild
was a
stuff.
pretty intense weekend last week, but everything
You have
seems
to
to be
live
okay
out in
now.
the boonies, I guess.
He still doesn't have internet. He won't get internet until tomorrow, so that's a full
Rough.
week.
That is brutal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No one we know was hurt.
No. We had a few branches come down in our yard, and we lost one shingle.
One shingle.
One shingle off our roof.
Rest in peace, that one shingle.
Yeah.
In
So.
the arms of a shingle.
So I had to go up there and put one shingle down.
You old yellowed a shingle.
Yep.
Ouch.
But yeah.
Have you got that feature ready, Terry? Before we see
give
if
me
anyone
one
else
sec.
is doing anything.
There you go.
Yes.
Oh, good. 19XX.
Yes, the feature is ready. And
Okay.
queuing it. Hold on. Let me get rid of the intro first. So we don't
God
get the
knows.
overload of music.
Because God knows how long that shingle.
Now the intro! Or now the, go.
Has anyone here played Elden Ring this week?
Has anybody played Elden Ring?
We haven't.
The one guy who didn't show up to the podcast today did.
Yeah. So that feature lives for at least another week.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Mr.
Elden Ring.
Mr. Stefan decided to try it. And
Yeah.
the stories are true that I've heard online. If it doesn't tell you anything, no tutorial or nothing.
Oh no.
And if you turn the wrong direction at the start, you go up against a boss that's like way too high level for you. And it just insta gives you and trolls you.
But
That's
that
kind
like,
of usually the intro to every Dark Souls game anyway.
Is it?
But is that like is that just how the game is designed, or is that supposed to be like unintended? Like you're supposed to lose this fight because reasons.
Yeah, basically they expect you to go and fight that thing, and then it kills you, and then it gives you a mini intro to the game. Sort of laughs at your face for dying and stuff like that.
It's like,
it teaches you.
It's like welcome to Elden Ring, bitch.
Basically,
it teaches you how to run, how to use your Estus flask, and then how to die. And then the game opens up. And the best way of describing it now that I've actually heard people and watched some of the streams, it's basically Breath of the Wild X Dark Souls. It's like you can go to like the big areas and take on the bosses straight away if you want.
You just won't succeed.
Yeah.
Or very, very unlikely to
unless
succeed.
you're a speedrunner. I'm sure there's people who have already done it blindfolded with upside down controller with their ass cheeks at this point. But you know, that's just video. That's just gamers.
That is not an image I wanted to think of.
No, there is a guy recently. I saw something on Kotaku who ran through Elden Ring as a glass cannon build, so he can, provided he doesn't get hit, one shot every boss in Elden Ring.
Oh God.
He can just bonk them, and that's it.
He just
but if
can't
he,
take any damage.
I can probably find a link. Yeah, you can't take any damage. Yeah, proper glass cannon. I'll try and find the Kotaku link.
I'm guessing you get to choose your stats and stuff in that or something.
Yes, well, so the thing with all the Souls games, in the Souls games, you collected souls, and you could use those to buy stuff or upgrade your stat points and stuff like that. But they were currently on you. Yeah, in Elden Ring they are runes. They're still souls. But yeah. But the idea, if you die, they drop where you died for until you collect them or you die again.
Yeah, you can always go and collect. It's just like Dark Souls. You go back to the space you die. You recollect your souls, or if you die again, you lose them permanently.
Yeah, but the other thing on that as well is that everything, well, initially in like Demon Souls, if you died, everything respawned. In Dark Souls onwards, if you died or you rested at a campfire, everything would respawn. So it's one of those things, and a lot of games have taken that recently. This was I've forgotten what the name of it was. The Surge. That's it. The Surge, which was
Infinite
like
Search?
basically Dark Souls in a futuristic environment. The same sort of idea. But I'm still trying to find that. No, Elden Ring. Search for Elden Ring, not
But I mean,
Dark Souls.
that was the big thing with all the Dark Souls games. The great meme of the Dark Souls speedrunning community was just they were just Dark Souls is a famously difficult series of games to play, so people just find increasingly absurd methods of completing the game.
Yeah.
Completely like controllers, especially, were a big deal. It's just like beat Dark Souls with only voice commands. Beat Dark Souls with a Guitar Hero controller. Beat Guitar
Hmm.
Heroes with the the electrodes from the controller taped to a fucking banana. Like people did ridiculous shit
Yeah.
just for the
What was it? What was
memes.
the one? What was the other guy? Beat every Dark Souls game in order without getting hit. Whereas if he got hit, he'd have to start the entire sequence of games again, which was mental. But yeah, I've put the Kotaku link um into the Twitch channel there. So,
That's pretty ridiculous still.
but yeah, every main boss just bonk.
You're a main boss.
But you saw the. I mean, have you seen the sledgehammer though? It's just like.
I don't want to click on it. Well, actually, I can. I
Dun,
fixed my audio now.
dun, dun. So yeah, that's that.
That is a
Oh
massive
dear.
sledge. The
Peter
hammer
Gabriel would be
the
proud.
hammer itself is bigger than him.
Oh yeah,
It's a bonking hammer.
yeah.
Hammer of +2 hammer of bonking.
See, yous wouldn't know it because this would be out of your thing, but Timmy Mallet would be looking at that and going, "Oh my god, that's harsh."
Well, I
Timmy
mean,
Mallet was a children's children's TV presenter and now artist
Hmm.
and charity cyclist who had a thing called a mallet. It was Mallet's Mallet.
with a name like Mallet, you gotta commit,
Yeah,
right?
but then he had his it was one of the big things on his thing was the game Mallet's Mallet, which was a word association game between two kids where they'd have to go back and forth and try and associate one word with the next, and if they hesitated or repeated or did anything, he'd bonk them on the head with a mallet. Bonk. It was a it was a it was a toy mallet before
I was
anyone
gonna say
gets
it's
crazy.
like a proper big like stone
It's not like it
mallet,
got a
right?
carpenter's mallet. It's not Danganronpa. He's not got a fucking super guardian mallet, increasing in size for every mistake they make.
Yeah.
Oh, he got killed by
S-
mallet number 4.
Scammers
Yes.
are getting so stupid now. I just got two
Oh,
emails at the exact same time
oh, let's
from
listen.
some fake shipper saying your package is on its way. Your package has been delivered at the exact same time.
Oh, really? On its way and delivered at the same time?
Apparently,
Wow.
like, at least like I think what they meant to do is they meant to do like your package has been delivered, so people will go out to their door. I don't have a package. Where's my package? And then go to the
Wow.
email and try to click on it. Like maybe that is on its way. Email supposed to come out a couple days earlier or something like that.
Yeah, whoever bought your information on the black market got mine too. I've got not at the same time, but I got two spam emails here. One from some fucking fake casino place that doesn't exist. One guy pretending to
Uh,
be Costco, except he's sending an email not from a Costco website, but from info underscore several unidentifiable characters in a row
Infowars.com.
at 50C more
Don't talk about
unidentifiable
it.
characters in a row via outbound protected email. Yeah, it's all a bunch of
Uh,
bullshit.
oh yeah, I've got spam emails
To
from
report
Center at
spam
Park.
and
Um,
report spam.
oh, Amazon at Shopper. David Lloyd at Gym. Uh, oh, Celeb Wealth. Nope, can't do that.
Oh, in their
Anything.
defense, they did send me they did send oh my god, they've spammed me emails today apparently.
Oh, I got an email from the entire United States Marine Corps.
Oh,
The
they
whole wow.
wow.
They all sat down and decided to write an email to you, eh?
Yeah,
Wow, we have a
yeah.
bigger audience than we thought.
I know, right?
Well, here.
Hello. Did you see my blessed deal message in your favor? Sergeant Irene, U.S. Marine Corps. Oh, they all chose Irene to send the scam message.
That
Ah,
bitch
So
Irene.
yeah, like
come on, Irene.
the first email they sent me was at 11 a.m. Your package is on its way,
Yeah.
and apparently they sent it to me twice because I got it twice with some random digit codes, like your item code. And then I got a message at 12:23. Your package has been delivered. Oops, and I just deleted it.
Oh no. Georgia sent me an email that said, I gave you free access to my exciting photos. They stay online until tomorrow night. Unfortunately, that was on Thursday, so
Going from the Marine Corps thing to that, I thought you were gonna say that this was also from the entire state of Georgia.
From the entire United States of America, or from Joe Biden himself.
oh, Camilla. Oh, Camilla. Hi. As for experience, I can honestly say I do not have that much to brag about. I am looking for a mature man. Well, you've come to the wrong place. that can that can teach me all sort of nasty things. How much naughtiness do you have? Oh, I have a lot, but not in the way you're going.
It's just it's like, I mean, suffice it to say, they're barking up the wrong tree
Oh yes,
in more
absolutely.
ways than one.
What, Lily?
She's actually in the back barking, but yes.
Oh. So yeah,
So,
that's my junk email of the day. Oh wait, you have an outstanding payment.
oh,
Unfortunately, I
here
have
she
some
comes.
unpleasant
Of
news
course,
for
it's
you.
really nice when what's even better than the spam emails is when you get junk mail, and when you get something, a message that's you think is junk mail, and then it turns out to be real mail. Like
Well, most of
there
my
was a lot.
real mail does go to my junk, so my junk is actually more or less real than my normal inbox. I
Like
now read my junk box more than I read my inbox.
well,
Mm.
the reason I bring it up is because God, every motherfucker in the universe is on a motorcycle today. I know the weather's good. Chill out. All right, drive somewhere else. Drive in the country. Drive in the city. Just stop driving by my house. Anyway, the reason I mention it because I got a message. I got a message from the claiming to be from the government of Canada, telling me, it was like, "Oh, you owe us money, you loser. Give us your money."
Yeah.
Um, and then I got a mail, and it actually was
Oh,
from
you
the
got
government of
mail.
Canada, and I actually did owe them money.
Oh.
So in the spring of 2020, I applied for EI, unemployment benefits, because I was
Mm.
temporarily leaving my job for COVID while I transitioned into working for my mom.
Yeah.
I took her for 1 month, and they gave
And then
me
my
two.
mom got scared.
He said, "You're moving with your auntie, Uncle." All right. But and they gave me $2,000, which is funny because that's more money than I made that's like almost double the amount of money I made in the month of working at that place prior. I thought that's odd, but I took that money, and I quit after that. Like it's like it's like I've got a job coming up. I don't need to keep just leaning on EI.
Yeah.
Um, and then I kept hearing stories about people who were you know having their 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 CERB, the Canadian Emergency Relief Benefit, I think it's what it's called.
Mm.
Basically, just their COVID money.
Yeah.
You know, they're getting it like they're having it. They had to pay it back, which they were not told that was what they were going to do when they first put it out. They were just like, take the money, you need it. COVID, take the money. And then about a year later, they were like, actually, we kind of need some of that money back because
Yeah.
otherwise,
Why did you take the money?
so they turned the relief benefit into a surprise interest-free loan,
Mm.
because that's exactly how you run a government. Um, and it went on for a long time, It was like two
Yeah.
years. It's been 2 years, and I thought I'm good. I don't. I mean, I haven't had. I took 1 month ages ago. No one's even giving out CERB anymore. Surely I'm not going to be. And then I owe them $2,000.
Eesh.
Wait, so they gave you $2,000 and now you owe them $2,000?
Yup. Like I said, because I signed up for a loan that I didn't know was a loan when they gave it to me. Because they decided to make it a loan a year after they gave it to me.
Uh, at least you learned what our government have been doing in regards to our cost of living crisis that we've got going on in the UK at the moment, regarding the fact that every household's gas and electric bills has minimum doubled and will at minimum double again in October.
Nice.
One of the suggestions was to provide a £200 rebate to every household in the UK that would then have to be paid back with interest over 5 years. So
That
take
that
your
that'll solve the problem.
take your you ended up with a loan, or you accepted a loan that you didn't know was a loan. We were going to be given a loan that they weren't calling a loan but was a loan, without us being able to choose whether we wanted to take the money for the loan or not. Now what they've done, because of a report that basically said everyone in Downing Street were on the lash all the way through COVID, every day of COVID. Bring your own wine Fridays. To try and get the public in their good graces, they've now doubled that rebate to £400. But now said it's a rebate, not a loan. There you go. We'll save you £400 on your energy bills, which is great when a lot of people's bills have gone up by about £1,000 a year.
Yeah.
That's quite
No.
a bit of money.
Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Interest is really buggering things up. It's just like the whole CERB thing just pisses me off because it's like the whole it exists specifically exclusively for the purpose of making sure that people who are on the margins and are being and don't have savings, they don't have assets, they don't have the means to live week to week without a paycheck, and
yeah.
to keep them on their feet, to keep their lights on, to keep their hopefully their businesses open, even though that didn't work in a lot of cases. That was what that money was for. It was to help
Mm,
the people in like the bottom of the pyramid, bottom of the food chain, to pay their way through their lives. And
Yeah.
the government kept saying, "Oh, we'll don't you worry. We'll increase taxes. We'll tax the rich. We'll steal all the money from the rich people and give it back to you guys. You don't have to worry about it." And then who's paying for the CERB bills? The same fucking people who needed the money in the first place. The same poor ass people who work, minimum wage jobs and work their asses off in their small business that they work at 90 hours a week for $6, you know,
mm. All those people going to the food banks to
and
get some extra food because they can't afford
and now yeah,
to buy more food.
and now they're being told that you know, uh, they owe thousands of dollars on a loan they didn't sign up for when they were
Uh,
told
th-
flat out that that was not going to be a problem.
uh,
So yeah.
did did you get any of your government advisors come out on national TV and basically say, all these people are working, 10 hours a week more than they should be each week, working two jobs and still not having enough money to pay for simple things such as electric and gas. Do, are they aware that they can get value brand meals? Are they aware that they, if they're not making enough money right now, it's pretty simple. Just get a better job or work
Yeah,
more hours.
yeah, work more hours or just buy less expensive food.
Wow, it's like,
Well,
do you think
okay.
that, do you think they're not already thinking about that?
Is there more than 24 hours in a day where you guys live?
No,
That's
no. Is there in Canada?
no.
Oh,
And I already work a pretty good amount
shocking
of
that.
hours just to pay my bills.
Yeah.
And then they're doing this weird thing where they're talking about in the province of Ontario they're going to start enforcing a 4-day work week. Like I don't even know like how do you even first of all, how do you enforce that? Why do you enforce that? And how does that even fucking work? Like
Mm.
economically, you know? Like
Hire more
let's say
employees so each of your
let's say
employees get less money.
let's just let's just make it so that the overall productivity of the entire province drops 20%, and we'll just see what
Well, no,
happens.
you know why they're doing it, right? It's more so that they can get their unemployment rates down. They can show a
Mm.
better version or better versions of those numbers.
Yeah, because instead of having like a 9% unemployment rate for people, they'll have 4 or 5%, even though the other percentage is all part-time workers who
Yeah.
I mean, oh yeah, you make whatever $300 a week. Congratulations, you can pay for your cell phone. Great, like you can rent a mattress in someone else's fucking like backyard.
No, you can't. Not for that much.
Welcome to the Immaterial
You can
Gamers
you, you
political
can rent
podcast.
you can rent a pillow in their fireplace while it is on. There you go.
Oh, I've got a brand new stream that we can do, guys. It's called Immaterial Politico.
Yeah, well, it just kind of it spirals
It's
out
the
of
time
control.
of the year that we're living in, especially in Canada where we're going into elections.
Yay,
Ah,
elections!
oh god, they're gonna go as badly as ours will go.
Fuck, man.
How are yours done? Because you're a big country. Are yours like done by province and stuff like that, and then
Yes.
I think
Well,
it's
it's
probably very
broken
similar
into
to yours, if I had to guess.
yeah,
It's
it's
so
House of
basically
Commons
it's like
style.
so
right,
basically yeah, it's just ridings. So it's like 300 ridings, uh, and every party has a representative in each riding. If they
right,
win
okay.
that riding, they have a seat in the House. The most seats wins at the end of the day. They get to hire the prime minister. But
Usual first past the post business.
yeah, that business. Yep. We are former UK colony, so it makes sense to be fairly similar.
We didn't go as
And then
stupid
of
as the US.
course we
The
have
Electoral College.
provincial governments, the provincial
Yeah,
elections, which work more or less the same, just on a smaller scale.
there's sort of like a local election, like what we would sort of have, sort of like councils and shit like that. Then I'm guessing.
Well, yeah, we have
In a sense, but
councils.
yours is a little bit bigger because of the whole.
Yeah, we have three tiers of we have
Pardon
three
me.
tiers of government per se. The two main tiers, federal and provincial,
Right.
and then you'll have some per city or county kind of thing. Because we're
Yeah.
such a large country, you can't just have the province because the needs of the Northern Ontario, especially, like Ontario is probably one of the biggest. Well, Ontario is the biggest province, but it's probably one of the
By
big. Well,
population.
yeah, well, I meant by diversity of the land.
Yeah.
By population and diversity of the land. If you go to the Northern Ontario, it's very different living than Southern Ontario. Southern
Right.
Ontario is very similar to the U.S. for living in a lot of ways. Big cities, everything you need is close
Yeah.
by.
Industry, economic centers.
Yes.
It's
You go up
very
north,
urbanized.
it's towns of hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Which is very different. You have to travel hundreds of
Yeah.
kilometers sometimes just to get to
Ontario is
your
like
necessities.
Ontario's like an egg with like a little tail on it, hanging out the bottom. It's like that's roughly the shape of Ontario. And it's like once you get past like this is where all of the people are in this little tail here. Once you get past that, there's like fuck all north of that.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh.
completely different province.
Literally 10% of all of Canada's population lives in Ontario, and 90% of Ontario's population is in that
It
little
is
tail.
significantly more than 10%. It is like a third of the country lives in Ontario, and
Yeah.
most of them live in that tail. Yeah, it's like
Actually, yeah, it is a
10 million
third.
people.
Yeah, it is a
Yeah,
third. You're right.
10 million people living in this little tail, this little nub the size of I don't even know how big it would be. It's like
That nub is still bigger than the UK.
yeah, it's probably not quite as big, but it's close.
Yeah. But yeah, like it's probably about 1% of all of Ontario.
Right.
Maybe 5% of all of Ontario. But 90% of the population lives down there. And like I said, it's about a third of the total population of Canada lives in that one little spot. So
Feels
the
small
needs are
right
very
now.
different there than
Oh yeah,
even just the rest of Canada,
yeah.
where there are cities.
That is weird. It's a weird place.
I'm
Yeah,
learning.
I once learned that I probably said this before either on a podcast or just while we're hanging out. I once
Mm.
learned that on the province of Ontario, which by the way is only the third largest constituency within Canada, like geographically speaking, um, Ontario is large enough that you could fit all of the state of Texas in it and still have enough space for all of the United Kingdom. So yeah,
Yeah.
So hard.
Canada's is big, you know? It's like you go from West Coast Canada to East Coast Canada, it's like you may as well have gone to another continent. Like
Well,
geographically, economically,
as a
culturally,
truck driver,
time zone wise.
going from Toronto, the main city in Ontario, well, I'd call it the main city. It's not the capital of the country or anything, which you might consider.
Toronto's like the de facto
Yeah,
capital of
like
Canada.
some
It's
people
not
will go, "Oh,
technically the
Ottawa's
capital.
the capital of the country, so it should be the main city of Ontario." But um, Toronto is where everything's based on.
Mm.
It is
Mississauga,
the
where
biggest
Duncan
city,
lives,
the richest
yeah,
city.
Mississauga, where Duncan lives, is attached to Toronto, and
Yeah, we're on the west. We're attached to its
but
west.
to drive from there to the next province to our west is 20 plus hours.
Yep, it's a road trip.
20 plus hours.
There is no place or any direction in the United Kingdom where you could drive 20 hours for straight. It's just not a thing.
Oh,
And yes, Drew, there are a few there are a few towns and stuff um, in northern Ontario, yes. But
Well,
I'm
I mean, up in northern, I mean, sure. I mean, they got like Thunder Bay and shit. Like,
Timmins, Thunder Bay,
there's a couple larger towns and cities up there, but like it's sparse.
and there's still more towards small town living compared to city living.
yeah.
But anyways, let's move on from this. This is a weird topic for a gaming podcast.
Yeah. Well, we nearly ran over an hour anyway, so that's a
Hey
thing.
man,
What have we
we're
got?
having fun with
Oh,
it.
MSI finished. League of Legends tournament mid-season invitational finished. We got a back-to-back winner. The Chinese team Royal Never Give Up, otherwise known as RNG, won without having to travel to the tournament because they couldn't. They were given a special exemption. They were in Shanghai at the time that it locked down, so
Ah,
couldn't travel over to the venue. But because Riot has all that Tencent money, whereas any other region would be told, "Sorry guys, you can't turn up. You've got to be at the venue. You've got to be local. It's an offline
well,
tournament. Get
you
there."
don't say no to China, or everyone you know and love suddenly goes on vacation and doesn't come back.
Duncan,
just
you've
like my
received a
dog.
phone call.
Just like my dog.
Uh, oh,
He
oh
went to the
no,
farm,
Yeah,
right? He went to
yeah.
go play with the
no,
horses and the cows.
Yeah,
no, no, that's
China
not.
has a
That's not.
really big farm, a very big fun farm of
A
of
very big
Oh
fun
yeah.
farm.
What have I put us into? We're already banned, aren't we? So
yeah. We got
episode
banned in
two
China on
rules.
episode 3. Okay, it's been years.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
China even allow YouTube? I don't think they do.
I At this point, why would they? I mean,
I wonder if they.
they're
I'm
just.
kind of curious
They're
now.
just. They're just big North Korea at this point, right? Like they're just a larger version of that. They're allowed to trade with other people, but like politically, they're pretty close.
Mm. But anyway, so basically meant that everyone at the tournament, normally on an offline tournament, do you know what your ping would be?
What
0.
would you pay?
Up to 1 millisecond, give or take.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
It's less than
So,
one.
so everyone at the tournament had to play at 35 ping, whether they were
Nice.
playing locally or against RNG. So
Yeah, because they had to have everyone on the same.
they had to have like a remote set, yeah, because they basically had to keep everyone on the same thing. But yeah, they won in a 5-game banger earlier on today, so that was fun. Our European, the European representatives G2 went out on Sunday. The North American representatives Evil Genius went out on Friday. Yeah, Asian teams are dominant in League of Legends yet again. That'll be
Hello, Jaffa
fun.
Cakes.
Hey,
Asia just does
Jaffa,
video games, man.
Paul.
That's just what they do.
Yeah,
They do be like that.
they beat us like that. So yeah, there's some gaming news for you. That means everything's all set up again for all the local regions to start their stuff, which means the LEC starts in about 2 weeks' time.
Which also
2,
means
3 weeks' time. Means new fantasy league. So let's get people out.
does
there
that mean
and,
that
some of
I
the
have to get my bots going again?
It would mean you have to get your bots going again. But now your bots have a season worth of progress. Well, one of your bots anyway has a season worth of data
Yes.
now. So that'll be interesting to see if it'll sort stuff out.
Oh yeah. As long as the teams are the same. That was what sort of messed it up last year. Is they changed one of the teams, so that one had to
no
be
franchise
generalized.
changing. There's been a lot of roster swaps. So there's a lot of new humans everywhere.
Yeah, Paul, episode
Yeah.
20.
Everyone's
200.
That's
episode 20.
20 times 10.
200.
20 times 10.
2019.
Yeah, Jaffa. That's 200 podcasts in a row of our weird
weekly podcasts in a row.
Yeah, weekly podcast.
In a row would mean like after another.
Yeah, you know what I mean. 200 weeks consecutively.
That's better.
Regardless of whether they were pre-recorded, recorded live, done live, clip shows, whatever. We have brought a podcast out once a week for 200 weeks. So
against all odds.
Yeah, against all odds.
And scheduling.
Hold on. What's Phil Collins got to do with this?
And get jobs and stuff like that, like.
Oh damn it, Martin!
Work and stuff changing.
So I'm trying to go for a Phil Collins joke because he did a song called "Against All Odds," and then I just said, "What's this? What's "Against All Odds" got to do with this?" And then Martin echoed in the background, "Got to do with this."
I just realized this is the first podcast that I've been in since I started my new job. Because the first weekend of my new job was last weekend.
Yeah.
And we had a tornado.
And you were
yeah. Well, that would probably slow things down.
Well, have you noticed? Here's actually a thing. Someone in the XL community Discord, when I was discussing the fact that you had this, you had the tornado and blah blah blah, and then you had the bereavement a couple of weeks beforehand. I said to him, this all seemed to have happened since we started trying to do the video game challenge. And he responded back with, well, here's what you do. Just intentionally skip a session next time. And if nothing bad happens, yeah, absolutely. The gaming gods don't want you to do that challenge.
And look, I'm here.
Yeah.
Nothing bad has happened.
Nothing bad has happened. So the moment
who's
we choose
the next time you try to schedule a thing,
like I'm really concerned. I'm really concerned. It all seems to be happening towards Terry though as well.
Yeah.
Lily feeling all right?
Don't even jinx that. I will come to your house. I will come to your house, Doc. I know where you live.
Hey,
I could picture this now. I could picture a podcast setting up.
In all seriousness, my dogs are way more likely to pass away before yours are.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Which is a sad thing.
You're right. No, that'd be the worst. We would cancel the video game challenge if we set up another session and it happens to someone else at Immaterial Gamers.
Yeah. If it starts affecting everybody in our lives, then okay. There's something wrong.
Don't. Oh, no, Martin.
Oh, no, it's dead!
Very sad.
Oh, no.
Tragic. We lost a good one, boys.
Oh, God, no, Terry, we said we were going to plan it next week, didn't we? Oh,
Amber's like, what about me? What about me? Does that mean more attention for me?
Me? Hello,
you can see the survivor's guilt plastered all over her face.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Well, hold on. That means Amber's suffering from the expression. Hold on. Can send me, Drew. No. Wait.
Where are we sending Drew? Oh, probably to beat up Duncan.
Ah, right.
He lives right around the corner from Duncan.
I've had a lot of Final Fantasy X on the brain. When someone says send me, I'm.
Oh.
I'm suffering.
Oh God. Yeah, no, don't send. Wait, maybe sending is a good thing because if you don't send them, they turn into monsters. Except for Orin because he's just built different.
He's apparently just stubborn and rebellious, and Seymour isn't because he's,
That's
you
why
know,
Orin. That's why Orin's so
delirious.
awesome. He's actually part fiend because he didn't get sent.
Yeah. I mean, that sort of explains his unreasonably high health throughout the game
As well as
compared to everyone else.
his ability to just talk people into submission is just like, do what I say. No, do what I say. No, do what I say. Okay, fine. I'll do it.
Yeah. But this is your story. Well, what if I say no? Well, every story has an ending.
It's like,
What am I
damn.
supposed to do? Are you threatening me?
Your logic is flawless and I must comply.
I have to say, having never seen the ending to Final Fantasy X until I completed that stream, the fact that it ended, well, kind of ended, in fucking Tidus giving Jekt a high five. His father figure that for the past 40 to 60 hours I've hated the guts of. It's just like, son, I did this for, well, you?
Yeah, well, it's like, yeah, no, it's a great story because it's like, you start off as like, oh man, what a fuck, what an asshole, and like that's his whole memory of that person. But it's like you learn more about him and his story when he went through after he left, went to Xanarkand.
Mm.
And by the end of it, you're like, here you are, you have your opportunity. Tell him that you hate him, like you never had the chance to, and it's like,
I hate him. It's like, I hate you. And he goes, I know.
yeah, I know, and it's like, oh, the
I
feels.
do love that having to sort of going through like Final Fantasy wikis and stuff like that, and it's just like here's Sephiroth, he's the antagonist of Final Fantasy VII. Here's this, here's that, they're the antagonist. You go to Jekt, and it's like Jekt is the reluctant antagonist of. It's like,
Yeah,
all right, fair enough. Yeah, he's the bad guy that didn't want to be the bad guy.
yeah,
It's just like
Hey guys, are we going for
situations.
2-hour podcasts for our
No,
200th episode?
no, definitely not 2 hours. I just,
It would be
no,
we're,
200.
we're jamming out
200.
200. Oh no, 200
200
minute
minutes.
podcast.
No, not
That's
200
Oh
minutes.
great.
god, no,
Just
I've not got all that far.
200.
Jesus.
Hey, I mean, we've done more than 200 minutes in a video before. You and
Oh
me.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh
definitely.
god.
But
Yeah,
We
yeah.
crushed
Remember
it.
our uploaded in full arcane reviews.
Oh yeah, I'll never
oh yeah,
forget.
remember our uploaded Magic the Gathering tournament? Oh wait.
Yeah, Terry. Yeah, when?
Yeah, Terry, what the fuck's up with that?
When? Those sets will have gone out of standard by the time we.
They probably already are.
I'm sure a
Yeah.
large part of it is, if anyway.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I'll shut up now because yeah, you're right. We've been running for nearly an hour. Well, nearly an hour and
Hour
20
and
minutes.
20
Yeah,
minutes.
man, I was having fun talking Final Fantasy X. It's good shit. It's probably my. I don't know about. I can't say it's my favorite video game of all time. It used to be, but I can't say that anymore. But it's probably still my favorite video game story. I really love the plot in that game. It's great.
Oh, well, now that I've completed it, I've enjoyed it. You know, the fact that I actually also said to the community Discord, the XL Discord on there, I was like, after when did that game come out?
2001,
2001.
and then went international 2002, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So the fact that it's 2022, nearly 20, because I bought that when it not
It is
long
20,
after it came
20
out as
plus
well. It's
years.
like 20 plus years since I first played that game. I've completed it, restarted it multiple times over multiple consoles, and just like got there. It's like, yeah, done. Now that makes that the third Final Fantasy game I've completed.
Only
Fourth.
3?
Yeah, I've completed 10 now. I've completed 13. No, all right, 13 and 13 too. 4 because I've completed 15 as well. Does Crisis Core count?
Sure. It's a Final
All
Fantasy.
right, 5.
It's a Final Fantasy game.
I want to
I
play
wanna go back
Tactics.
to
I haven't played Tactics since I was so young.
I've only played
Oh,
Tactics
you should.
Advance. Tactics Advance
Just
is
for
weird.
oh god, yeah. Thanks, Paul. You're just making me feel older again now, mate. Yeah, just for reference, WoW released in 2006.
I played it before it released.
Didn't WoW release in like 2003 or something? Isn't it older than that?
The beta came out before, and I was in the beta. So that might have been like 2005.
Listen,
4,
we're all
2005.
literally using the internet right now. One of us can solve this problem.
Yeah,
World
well, I'm sure
of
Jaffa used the internet, and that's why he
Warcraft
gave it.
release. 2004.
Oof.
Oh,
God,
sorry.
yeah,
In EU, it was 2005 because EU sucks.
we do, we do, we really do.
Japan is just like I feel like Japan for like 20 years when they decided that they were going to sell games outside of their home country, they're going to be like Europe, you in particular, suck.
Mm.
You are going to get games last out of everyone.
Well, here's
I
a
hate you.
here's a quick recap on when World of Warcraft released. I was in junior high,
Oh no.
which means somewhere between 7, 8, and ninth grade. So ninth grade, I was 14, or 13, going 14.
Or you're
And
just
you're
like
like
a
what,
year
58
younger than
now?
me, right?
Yeah, I believe so. So that's 20 years.
Yeah, it's a long time. Long time.
When we fought,
20
do you remember when we
years.
thought Conquer was the hot shit?
That's how we all met,
Um,
man. That's how we all
Yeah, I
met.
know.
yeah.
It was hot. It was hot shit enough that we
And
all
it's
met.
And we all
actually
spent
this
money
is
on
actually
it many
and this is like
times.
the Conquer Squad too. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
like you were the only person from the UK that I knew from the Conquer days. I didn't know any other people from then.
Mm.
It was just you, your voice, the ethereal, deep voice of Ryan coming through the Ventrilo chat
Ventrilo.
when Terry would route it through his speakers instead of his headphones or whatever. I could be like, "Hello, Ryan. I'm 9-year-old Duncan. How are you?" I remember it being so weird. I was like, "Oh, I'm talking to this guy who's like 10 years older than me. Hi."
And he's in another country. And because back then, even
He has a funny accent.
yeah, even back then, like knowing people in like other countries was kind of weird.
Mm.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that was my first interaction with that kind of thing. I didn't know any foreign people.
oh, Jaffa's throwing the gauntlet down. The literal leather glove. I challenge you to a duel.
And now it's like it doesn't matter. We're all just old
We're all
together.
old
Age is a
together.
number.
Yeah. Once
Yeah.
you're over 30, you're just old. Especially in nowadays
Mhm.
age, like 25 is old.
Hey, just numbers. Just
Just
numbers.
numbers. We're still kicking. We're
Fine.
still running around. It's all that matters. All right. I think we should cut this short. Didn't really get into any
Well,
news.
Let me cut this short. It's just like cut it off. It's like it's long. All right.
Yeah, but we
It's
didn't
not
get into any
long.
news really, but
yeah. Well, MSI. That's
We
as
are
about
oh
as big
yeah,
a gaming
news.
news as
you
we
did
got,
a little
and
bit.
that's as
We
current as
are
we
the
could get.
news. We made the 200 podcast. That's the news.
Yeah.
There's the
Yeah. This
news.
podcast is about us.
Woo!
Yeah.
Party popper! Party popper!
I haven't got another.
Oh yeah, you
It's
do.
only it's in the other room.
Yeah,
It's in
you
the other
do.
room.
Oh yeah,
I
you'll be
popped
gone.
2 when I was.
You'll be gone for 10
What if
minutes
you
if you go to
what
get.
if you just what if you just grab the bits of tinsel you've got,
There you
ball it up,
go.
and just go and throw it up in the air?
Hold on. Yeah, hold on.
It's all on your head. Just grab the one that's on your head.
Oh well, yeah. We might as well grab the other set as well. Hold on. Right. So you said so. Right. So we want to celebrate 200 again. Yeah. All right.
And we'll
Yeah.
actually be able to hear it
Right.
this time.
200. Woo!
Yay!
Thanks, Drew. All
Thanks very
right.
much, guys. So
If you like what you
with
see,
yep, that's the one.
if you like what you see, like, follow, share, subscribe, and
Spread the
audio.
word.
Yeah, spread the word. And audio versions are available everywhere you get your podcasts. So,
Mhm.
um,
Yeah. And then we'll be back tomorrow. Someone will be back. Probably me because I'm addicted to Soundfall. For the not yet titled stream on the Monday. Tuesday in Canada time
Canada time.
is when
It's totally
is
different
when
time.
better together is when better togethers happen. when they
Hopefully.
can be wrangled. Hopefully.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
been rough. Andrea has a really tough schedule during the weekdays. She
Mm.
gets up at like 4 in the morning to go to classes in Toronto and then comes back.
Sounds like
You know,
me.
it's a whole fucking thing. So
Yeah.
that's why there's been a lot of missed streams in the last little while, and sometimes I sub in. I'll do like Fire Emblem or
The
something
Fire
instead.
Emblem. Yeah.
You know,
So yeah,
so
there'll be something along that time. Alternating Wednesdays now. Steph's sort of persuaded me to go and play Kill Squad on a Wednesday, but then the other Wednesday is the Extraction Reaction, and provided we don't have Terryfall difficulties, i.e., sound being stupid, or like what happened with Duncan's Fire Emblem thing, Twitch just kicked him off.
yeah, it just
Then wow, alarms.
it just died itself. Oh, yeah, nice alarms. I like 'em.
4:45.
Yeah. Oh
Gross.
God, no, don't worry about it. Thursdays are Team Fight Thursdays, and this Thursday we're gonna play Arath.
What the fuck is a roof? Did you have a
Right, so you
seizure?
know Summoner's Rift, there's ultra rapid fire mode where basically you run along the map with all your skills on ridiculously low cooldowns. Arath is all random ultra rapid fire, so it's running along Summoner's Rift with with cooldowns with characters chosen at random.
Nice.
It also has a giant cannon in it that you can shoot across half the lane. It's all designed for chaos. That's the whole
Sounds
point
like
of it.
it's right up our alley.
Yeah, it'll work. It's better than One for All,
Yeah. I hated
where
one for all.
everyone bans and you just yeah, just having five fucking ergots coming in, just like
It was funny when
5
you get
Carthuses.
fucking
Yeah.
5 cards. It was kind of funny when you did when you got like a game with like Nidalee and it's just like a bullet hell game. It's just like spears everywhere.
Yeah. Oh God, 5 Lucians now. Just blow
What?
his head in every.
5 Aatroxes just have the John Cena theme playing 10 times over, just in stacked
Du-
up top
du-
of
du-
5
du.
Scions. Just charging into
Oh,
the fight.
we've played a 5 Scion game.
Everybody
Oh my
charge now.
this game of RM just turned into football.
Yeah, it just
Push the line.
just big people running into each other.
it was just great. Shoot, yeah, because it was actually 5 Scions versus 5 Malphites.
So they'll come rolling at you. You all come charging at them.
Yeah.
All right.
Right, and then Friday's play sessions, and then we'll do an update of the schedule from there.
And then next Sunday we'll be here again. Because this is the new
Yay.
day.
Some of us.
Duncan, you better be here.
A
Probably
collection
won't
of
be.
people. Yeah,
Rouse
Terry,
me on the 208th. We'll talk about it.
All right.
Yeah, I'll give you about 4 weeks' notice.
There you go.
All right.
So
Goodbye, everybody.
laters.
Bye.